Welcome to Mr. NHI's Human Identity in the Hot Seat. I have Eleanor here from Arcon. Are you ready to take the hot seat?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. When did you personally realize that NHI was a top-tier security risk?
I have to confess it was at a conference, probably a Gartner conference a few years back. I was buried in my own day-to-day human identity management and dealing with, latest feature, customer escalations. And honestly, I never really thought much about NHIs until I was told it was something to be worried about. So yeah, that's how it happens.
Okay. And do you think we're making the same mistakes with AI agents that we have been doing with NHIs?
Well, it depends who we are. I think users of NHI agents in general are extremely blasé and glib about, security concerns. I think us here in the IAM business are much more aware of potential problems that can exist around security and safety and risk. So I think we've learned our lesson in terms of NHIs and applying those to AI agents. However, I still think we've got a lot of work to do to solve all the problems that exist with identity management for AI agents.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you personally use AI agents yourself?
Well, I haven't written any AI agents, if that's what you're asking. I'm a huge user of Claude and Gemini and ChatGPT on a daily basis. My team uses AI agents to assist in product development work. We're using them to do all sorts of things like testing and finding security vulnerabilities and code scans and refactoring code and writing code. And, it's going to continue to accelerate that usage. So, yeah, that's my own little world. I think, everybody has their own aspects of AI agents that they're playing with. Yeah.
Okay, this next question is quite interesting. Do you think IAM for AI is more important than AI for IAM?
That's that is a strange question. It's difficult to answer, and I think it's sort of based on timing, right? If you'd asked me a couple of years back, I would have said AI for IAM because, we didn't know about AI agents and what they could start to do. And right now, I think there is a pressing need to secure AI agents. And so, in a way, right now, that's more important. But if AI can make IAM easier to use and consume, that's also, we're winning, right? So it's a difficult choice to make. Yeah.
Okay. And do you think AI agents behave more like employees or software?
It depends what perspective you're looking at it from, right? They are software. So if you're a software engineer, their workloads, they have to be managed first and foremost like workloads. But in terms of what they do, the lack of predictability, they're more like employees. So I honestly feel there are new paradigms for managing AI agents in the terms of identity that don't apply to software and they don't apply to humans, but there are elements of both that can be deployed. And honestly, maybe over time, I heard an interesting opinion yesterday, which is whatever we do for AI agents can be applied back to humans and to software, but not the other way around. So let's see how this evolves.
Okay, some fascinating insights.
Yeah.
And do you think PAM dramatically changes with agentic AI?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Yes, and I think PAM's going to continue to play a really critical role in managing AI agent security. And it's a great time to be in the business because now we got to figure out how to discover agents, figure out what risks are associated with them, present them back to the users, see how they're associated with users and workloads and whatever else, since entities, organizations. So there's a ton of work in PAM, and I'm just scratching the surface just by what I'm saying. But yes, it's a fun space to be in right now.
And do you think it's truly possible to govern and control AI agents?
I would like to think so. Haven't figured out exactly how yet. I think that we need to look at ways to determine capabilities of AI agents, assign those to AI agents, figure out whether or not they can be trusted. And there are characteristics and metadata that's associated with AI agents that we should be capturing to determine what the risk could be with using them and establish a trust level with them. So, yes, I think the industry needs to come together and figure out some standards around determining risk, determining trust. I was also at a very interesting talk this morning around delegation and how you delegate control and privileges from humans, even to other humans, to other persona, but also to AI agents. And again, that's another area where standards and best practices need to start to emerge. So I think once these things unfold, yes, we will be able to control AI agents better. We have to, right? We can't, in the business context anyway, we have to, right? They're there to do work for us, and they're there to protect, we need to protect our businesses as well. So we can't have things running rampant and doing things that we don't want them to do, because as a business, we're accountable for those outcomes. So yes, we do need to learn how to control them. It's just we're all figuring that out right now.
I would agree.
Yeah.
And do you think AI agents will need proper background checks like humans?
Yes, and that's one thing I'm working on. First of all, you need to figure out what the provenance is of the agent. Like, was it coming from a company that we trust, right? So is it something that we bought? Is it, then where is it running? Is it on-prem? Is it on the cloud? What's it supposed to do? That's a critical element. And yes, how it does things, and maybe the outcomes might not always be deterministic, but at least what it does should align with an end user's broad intent. And in order to align with intent, we need to have some kind of assurance that an agent is going to behave in the way that we want it to. So yeah, I think we need to, as an industry, figure out standards around, I'm calling it a trust registry. I heard someone else call it a passport. Yeah, but we do need something like that.
Okay. Yeah. And do you think organizations are putting time to market ahead of security controls for agents?
It depends on the organization you talk to. I think if you read the news like every day, it seems, like there are people being let go in favor of deploying AI agents. When we know, you and I know, that security around AI agents is still not solved. Identity is not solved. So clearly these companies that are making these changes are putting time to market ahead of security. Why they're willing to accept that risk is a little bit of a mystery to me at the moment. Sometimes it's just this fashion thing, peer pressure thing. It's like market pressures. You got to embrace AI, or else you're seen as a Luddite, and your stock price will fall or whatever. We're in this weird phase right now where companies are doing that, and it's disturbing. But I do think over time, as we solve the IAM problem for AI, and as we solve more broader security concerns, we'll start to see things behaving a bit more sensibly, I think. But right now, we're at a scary phase.
Okay, and my final and favorite question. Do you think AI agents will lead to mass unemployment?
Oh, maybe. I think in the immediate term, there is going to be unemployment problems that are introduced as a result of AI agents. I mean, certainly for new college graduates, it's much harder to find a job these days. I mean, I have a daughter who just graduated college, and
So do I as well.
she and her friends are, either they're unemployed or they're doing jobs like receptionists or something when they're qualified to do far greater things. So they're taking, jobs that they never would have signed up for with the qualifications that they had, just so to make some money. And that's a scary phase. And then there are people being let go of their jobs. Like even yesterday, I think Meta let go of 8,000 people, and that trend's going to continue. Now, jobs may change. Maybe we'll start moving in the direction of a more individualistic type software development, tooling development for organizations where everybody develops their own solution using AI agents, and that's going to put perhaps the standard software vendors out of business for a while, but regular businesses will need developers to write solutions for them using AI and using their industry expertise to get that done. So it's possible that there will be different types of ways to apply your skills in the future. It remains to be seen, but I think we're going to see an increase in unemployment in the near future for sure.
Some interesting times. Well, thank you for being Mr. NHI's Human Identity
thank you.
in the hot seat.